Hi, how's it going? I'm back after a while. The reason I didn't make so much content is because there's not a whole lot to talk about without ruffling too many feathers. I try and keep my YouTube channels up, and I don't want them to get taken down. So there's a BitChute channel that I have. So if you want to subscribe to that, subscribe to that. I will be actually taking a little more hot topics on BitChute and my Odyssey account. But what I do want to talk about today is this Travis Scott concert. And I normally say, yeah, I'm exploiting this for views. I don't want to say that joke now because people died in this scenario and a lot of people got hurt at something that was supposed to be a fun event. And I am technically a Christian. I try not to be too forceful with it, and I try not to make it my entire personality. I remember when I got rebaptized, I was very happy about it and had to tell everybody about it, and it just wasn't cool to do. But I do honestly think that this was some sort of satanic occult thing. I don't know if anybody reads Aleister Crowley or reads into occult symbolism, but there's a lot of stuff that just went down. Like when you look at the stage, seeing how it told people see you on the other side as that was going down, and he's singing while people are being carried away, lifeless bodies are being carried away, was just disturbing on a whole new level. Like just watching those videos, I felt a lot of negative energy coming from that concert. And there were a lot of people who were also saying that they've had a bad feeling that something bad was going to happen and they got out early. And you know what I got to say? Listen to that intuition. Listen to that sixth sense that you got, my friend, because that's there for a reason. A lot of people are spiritually dead, so they don't realize and follow that bad gut feeling. But I will say, a lot of people did the smart thing, followed their gut, and got out of there. There was that one kid who talked about how he was pulling people in the VIP section to save their lives, and how now he will not be taking part in any type of music like that because he's heavily inspired by Travis Scott. And he said it's God's way of saying, this is not for you. And all I got to say is whether or not you found Jesus through this experience or really got a taste of the whole Satan versus God thing, it doesn't have to be 100% part of your life. But I do believe 100% with my whole heart that that is out there. Because stuff like this, when it happens, it's so in our face. And we tend to forget it a week later. And it's crazy. And I'm not using this to just force religion on people. And if you did not find God or find Jesus through this stuff, or you want to go ahead and say, oh, that's all a myth, go ahead and do it. If you don't see the writing on the wall by this time, I really do not know what to tell you. I'm not going to try and force you to believe something you don't want to believe. That's okay. But I really do believe this was a satanic style thing. I'm not going to go out and say for sure it was because you don't want to make claims like that. So allegedly, but it looked like it to me. And I don't think Travis Scott's going to be held liable like a lot of people want him to. Because one, it's the event that's responsible. They're just there. It was a disaster though, and I think that we need to actually check ourselves. Let's just take the whole God and the Satan stuff out of it, but we gotta look at the human behavior that was going on in there, and just the countless TikTok videos of video footage that I have seen that is just absolutely disturbing. When you look at people jumping off of balconies for fun and breaking their legs, and just people going all out, basically struggling for breath and not wanting to be there, and the people who survived are traumatized at this point. We have to look at ourselves on how we view celebrities, because people are so excited to see Travis Scott that they forgot that people next to them were passing out and getting dragged under and being trampled. We need to look at it, because I gotta say, like, I'm a big fan of Tony Ferguson, but if I was at a UFC event and he was walking out on stage to go fight, I would, and someone was passing out right next to me, I would be tending to that person, because we have really forgot who we are collectively as looking out for each other. And to me, that is godly. That is, the right thing to do. We've become such a nihilistic, self-centered, self-serving society that we have forgotten to actually look after people. So when I say I want to go online and build communities, I'm totally down to build communities in Discord servers where we could talk about this stuff. I'm starting up other channels like the Bass channel. I have one for my music, so if you see any music, that's probably me. I'm going under an alias on that one. But we need to start building a counterculture that brings people in, but we also got to teach people love and acceptance. That's my solution for this, is that we got to start building culture. Otherwise, this is going to be the new norm. Fun events that should be fun are going to be people disregarding one another for the greater, for something that's the opposite of the greater good. Like, because we can't just blame Satan and blame God and blame the supernatural and stuff. We got to also take accountability for what went down. We chose to continue jumping up and down. I mean, I wasn't there. I was not in that crowd. But if you were jumping in the crowd while you were stomping on someone who was losing their life, that is on you 100%. And the fact that we view these celebrities like they're idols, they're people like you or me, and they may or may not be into some really weird stuff in the background. Everyone's got their skeletons in their closet, and like every time, like I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I was saying like Aleister Crowley and stuff like that. People got uncomfortable because they don't want to talk about the elephant in the room of what went down at that concert was absolute evil, and I hope it does not happen again. I think, but the only way we are going to guarantee that stuff like that doesn't happen again is if we exert a little bit of self control. That's my 2 cents. I'm glad to be back a little bit. I'm going to try and find more topics to talk about. But guys, like whether or not you found Jesus through this event or you're just going to view this as another just coincidence or something, go ahead. But guys, please start looking out for one another. The world doesn't get better until you guys make it better. No celebrity is going to do that. No politician is going to do that. No public figure is going to do that. You as the individual have a lot of power. The average everyday individual has more power to keep things positive, to keep things going. That's on you. You guys have a lot more power than you realize. And don't make yourself a minor character compared to these celebrities, because you're not. You're not a main character, but you're definitely not a minor character. I will tell you that. You're a person just like everybody else. You deserve to be able to go to a music event and not trample all over people or get trampled on and vice versa. Just take this into account, because I am at a loss for words at the evil that I saw in that entire mess up. But that's all I got to say. I'll try and be back. Bless.